Yeah, I just finished. I was part of a web series called Brutal Lives. We just finished season 2, so I believe it's going to drop this month or maybe the first week of December on Coconet and also Neon. Super excited. It was my second project speaking in all Tongan, the Tongan language.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this last project I did for Brutal Lives was the hardest for me.
Sounds serious.
Yeah, I was like, my character's quite serious. It was a beautiful challenge for me because I had to speak ancient Tongan.
Oh, right.
It's kind of like Shakespeare, but Tongan Shakespeare, right? And man, I had a difficult time and I was so nervous. I remember when we did the code read.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna have some like English text, right? So I was like reading all this stuff, and I noticed my whole script, all my dialogue was Tongan, and it was ancient Tongan. I was like, so I was reading the code read, I was like shaking. I was like, so I had to actually get help. So thank goodness they had a culture advisor there, Milika, to help out, and I also got one of my best friends, Mana Tataf, to help me with the project because man, it was just like getting familiar with that kind of language. Even though I speak fluent Tongan, but fluent ancient Tongan is a whole different ball game.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, I'm kind of nervous to see how it is when it comes out. But yeah, I think that character really taught me a lot of things, and it really I went into really deep, different spaces with this character.
Right.
Spaces that I was afraid to tap into because it's always been, like, especially like coming from a background of fashion and beauty, we're kind of conditioned in a way to like, you have to put a facade on and don't try to show too much what's going inside, right? You have to kind of like push it down. Where acting is like, you have to bring it out and perform it.
Right.
And it was just, I remember there was one scene where I have to get really, really angry, like a deep kind of angry where it's I've experienced it before, but it's something that it's like I've had to like push down, right? And I remember when I knew, so the acting coach that was on set, Annabella, she was like, I need you to take it up. And I knew what she was saying. I was like, oh, and I just knew it. And I was like, okay.
Oh, so you were holding it back. Like you knew when you said you knew,
Yeah.
you were holding it back.
I was holding it back. I was like, I just know where I can take things. And sometimes I'm like, let's just play it safe.
All right.
But with acting, you can't fake things because your eyes can't lie in screen, right? Like they pick everything up. Even live pieces, live theater performance. Like you can't lie with your eyes. And when she said it to me, I was like, dang it, she knew it, right? And I remember after I did that certain scene, right when the director said, cut, I went into a corner and I just cried. Like I cried my eyes out because I just was like, but I'm just thankful. Like I went to school for acting, so I know how to get out of that space safely.
Yeah.
But man, it just was very difficult. Like I feel with this character that I played, her name is Mana Bo'uli. It's a different side that a lot of people have not seen. They're not gonna expect my look. They're not gonna expect the way I talk. They're not gonna expect the deliverance in acting. I think people are just gonna be like, holy crap, what?
But that's just people that know you, I guess.
Yeah,
Your family.
people who really know me
Yeah.
very well. Yeah,
But anyone else will be there. Wow,
yeah.
touch me.
So I'm super excited.
No, that's cool because. So what acting school did you go to in New Zealand? Or?
Yeah, I went to study at the actors program.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because trying to dig deep into like these emotions, it's like you said, like even if you want to go to these dark places, like sometimes you gotta bring back these old memories, and actually relive them again in your head,
Yeah.
And that will help you. See, I don't know if that's the best part of acting. Probably not. Do you think? Man.
I feel like in a sense of you can release it, because sometimes we don't have that opportunity to release certain things we hold inside of ourselves, which can be quite therapeutic. But at the same time, if you don't know how to safely get out of these spaces, like, because it's one thing to let it out, but it's another thing of teaching yourself not to stay in there.
Right.
And going into a spiral, going downhill, because, you know, especially if it's a deep experience that you've had and you don't want to relive it, it can be quite harming for your mental space. Do you know what I mean? So learning how to get out of it safely, but letting it out, I think, is quite therapeutic in itself. So yeah.
Is there any actresses you look up to, like with that kind of thing, like in other movies, and you see them, like, say Meryl Streep, like the greatest woman actor. That's what they say. But, you know, some of that kind of stuff. Like, anyone you look up to?
I have to say Viola Davis.
Right.
You know, if you guys haven't seen it, The Woman King. Wow.
Oh, that's new, eh?
Yeah. Just the cast on that, I'm just like, and it's a dream of mine to work with her.
Right.
I think I have, well, I don't think I know, like, I love working with women of color because we relate on so many different kind of topics. A. B, also, it's like working with good women. You know, I watch you can tell a lot by watching people's interviews. Well, I like to believe that, right? And there's something about watching women who act, like do interviews, because you can see they don't hide their heart.
When they interview.
Yeah, some, like, I don't know if it's because I've been taught how to read people, or, like, you know,
Right.
but they come with this genuine honesty where they don't care how they look, they don't care how they're seen, they are just themselves, and I really enjoy it. Like, I've learned so many things watching Viola Davis's interview, and, like, yeah.